China's Chang'e-6 lunar lander successfully touched down on the far side of the moon Sunday morning Beijing time, in a significant step for the ambitious mission that could advance the country's aspirations of putting astronauts on the moon. The Chang'e-6 probe landed in the South Pole-Aitken Basin, where it will begin to collect samples from the lunar surface, the China National Space Administration announced. Now that the probe has landed, it will attempt to scoop up lunar soil and rocks, and carry out other experiments in the landing zone. That process should be complete within 2 days. The probe will use two methods of collection: a drill to collect samples under the surface and a robotic arm to grab specimens from the surface. Then it must attempt an unprecedented launch from the side of the moon that always faces away from Earth. The Long March 5 rocket carrying the Chang'e-6 mission lunar probe launched from the Wenchang Space Launch Center in southern China's Hainan province on May 3, 2024. The Chang'e-6 lander used a variable 7,500 Newton thrust engine to slow its velocity in lunar orbit and begin its descent. The lander was scheduled to make rapid positional adjustments at an altitude of around 2.5 kilometers above the lunar surface before continuing its descent. The spacecraft entered a hovering phase for fine hazard avoidance at approximately 100 meters above the surface. It used light detection and ranging, LiDAR, and optical cameras to find a safe landing spot. If all goes as planned, the mission, which began on May 3 and is expected to last 53 days, could be a key milestone in China's push to become a dominant space power. China plans to launch 2 more missions in the Chang'e series as it nears its 2030 target of sending astronauts to the moon. Multiple nations are expanding their lunar programs, with a growing focus on securing access to resources and further deep space exploration.